holes are what, in the wood?
No, like, if you look at the bridge from, like, from the Wire Club, there's the orange fences.
Yeah.
There's just some holes there for
Oh,
running up and down there.
alongside
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
okay.
Just a heads up, that's probably not gonna get taken care of this week, cause they started work on Old Man Echo today, so they need to prioritize that.
There's nothing in the EDC, just
Yeah.
follow.
Okay. That's it. We're good.
So you still need to make a motion for the construction master's services payment?
First and second.
Yeah, I missed that.
Oh,
All in
who
favor?
was it? Was one, yeah, I know, I don't know who did it, you got it?
He was the
Okay.
first, I was the second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Public Works facility.
Bring up, drawing there.
All the paying for this.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to do.
Is that the pointer thing or
no,
not?
yeah. And
We said we're starting up from there.
it's the star button, yeah, and you do it the whole time. Should work, it just worked the other day. Unless maybe I need to charge you.
Yeah, that's what we were.
Anyway, so. So, there's been a lot of, edits, meetings back and forth, but this is pretty close to being the final. This is the existing office and lunchroom, that breezeway in between, the lunchroom and the main garage now. This is a proposed extension off that garage. This would be like a three-sided lean-to, if we were to put the leaf pickers under cover. Salt shed, same thing as this, like a three-sided with a roof to put stone, coal patch, other materials under there. And this is the meat of it, this is the new building. This would be office, break room, things like that. This is where the mechanic will work out of. This is the wash bay, and this is the police building, or the police section of the building. And then she can bring up basically a blow-up of detail on that. It's gonna be hard to see. Yeah, that's good right there, yeah. Where we at here? This is the office area will have 2 floors. The ceiling will be very high in the rest because of the garage space. So this is 2 floors. This is the upper floor. Utility room for hot water, whatever utilities will be in there. There's be a little conference room up there. Currently, we use the garage, the firehouse when we have meetings, so hopefully we'll be able to have some space there to do that. This is just storage for heavier items. There'll be doors here, and we can lift items up through this door and store them up top there. And obviously stairwells top and bottom. This is the main floor. This will be our break room. This will be office. This will be office space. I don't know how many of you have seen or been over there. Our office space now is literally half the size of this desk. This will be big enough for four desks in there. Just thinking out in the future at some point when we're all gone, that maybe the tree department or something we can expand if they were to come over.
Where are we going?
Well, things take time, long period of time.
Long.
Let's see here. Tool room to store our meter reading equipment, locating equipment, things like that. And then this is a locker room with a big sink in the center and lockers around it, and then a bathroom. And we did have to put in a fairly good women's restroom, which will get used very little, if at all. Mechanics bay, he'll have his lifts and things in there, compressed air, his oil storage, all those types of things. Wash bay, so after snowstorms and after leaf picking, we can really clean the equipment off a lot better than we do now. And then the police will have this section where they can pull 2 full-size vehicles in. Their special services unit, and then if they impound a car or have to do an investigation on a car, they can use that space. And then there'll be 2 floors in the back here for them, one for their evidence storage and one for general storage. That's where it stands.
Does all this comprise, like, obviously, all this washing of salt and all that crap, where does all that go?
There'll be 4 drains there, and it'll be it's gonna go into
Like
the
one in the
sanitary
middle there?
sewer eventually. It won't go into the storm sewer, it'll be a separator for that stuff.
So in the middle, that's what that is?
Yeah,
the
it's a
drain.
center drain. Yeah, this will have a center drain, so that the floors will slope towards that center drain. In the mechanics area, the floor's gonna slope from back to front with the
Oh, in the front.
drains at the front.
You could collect a certain amount of that as hazardous waste then, or can it all be processed?
I don't know the. I don't know the answers. Yeah, I don't know, we still don't know if we're moving the existing lift, or we'll probably move the existing lift over to that section. Because the existing lift's only probably 5 or 6 years old.
Well, that drain system, we need to make sure that's compliant. I don't know if, you're working with an architect on this?
Oh, this is, yeah, I'm the bottom of the rung here, McCarthy's, structural people,
Olson determined.
Lee Olson, the architect. Yeah.
I thought there was something, a friend of mine's an excavating company, and I think he said they had to collect a certain amount of it and dispose of it.
Yeah, EPA, it's some
From the
EPA
washing
regulations.
parts?
Yeah, salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't wanna do it and then find out yeah, and the wrong pipe there or something. Okay, so, progress.
Yeah, and, let's see here, potential, bidding, the bid document will be out on the street August 2nd.
Finances are all good with where we are so far.
No, we're waiting to find out if we get a grant.
1 of 3.
That's gonna, 1 of 3 or 2 of 3 is all contingent upon moving forward.
Okay. All right, the Verizon stuff there.
If you recall, at last week's council meeting, I said I wanted to hold this until we had a chance to review compliance with the new state law.
Wait.
I don't have an update today.
Okay, so we'll just table any of that information. Okay. The leaf picker, Jim?
Back in late 2019, early 2020, we do it almost every time there's a cycle, a DEP 902 grant for recycling equipment. We get the recycling totes that we give to residents, you get grant money for, and you can get grant money for leaf pickers. So, we put in for a leaf picker, and about 3 weeks ago, the DEP, after all this time, finally executed the agreement. So before I order this leaf picker, I just wanted to run it by the committee. It's free, it's basically free, might be a couple $100 worth of,
Yeah, this is
Free's good, free's good.
it's $81,000 worth of free leaf picker.
Yeah, I think we had something budgeted for,
It never made it in because one of those things that we talked about, but then
If
the
it-
grant wasn't gonna be.
you better, I get it was great.
The DEP grant for it is 83.3, and the price of the picker is 81.
Love it.
Yep.
And if it's on co-stars, then that's a good deal.
Love it.
So I will order that tomorrow. We probably won't see it until winter time.
Get ready for
I right answer.
Right
It looks like
The cloud leaves in January.
And the other item on there, the tree removal. I've noticed for the last couple of years, when we put out bids, the tree department might take down 100 trees a year in-house. But when they get to be monsters, you need a crane, and you need more than what we got. So we contract a lot of that out. And just like we were saying with other contractors, I used to get 2 or 3 constant bidders. We always had a bidding war. I'm lucky if I can get one for the last year or so. We did a bid, just opened it up last week. I got one bidder, and he's the guy who's been doing them for the last 2 or 3 cycles. And he's a good guy, does great work. But I just wanted to let you know, we only have one bidder. And we have the budget number is $100,000 for these large tree removals. We bumped it up this year because of the emerald ash borer, and we had a lot more dead trees to come down. And we're gonna be up against that number after these removals. So I just wanted to, requesting or just make you aware that if sometime in November, all of a sudden we see a problem tree that's risky, that we may go over that budget number for safety.
If it's a safety, you can take it back. Figure that out later.
I don't know. Do you need a motion to accept the bid?
I don't think so, I never have in the past.
That recycling train, was that specifically for the leaf picker? Or
It's
was
the,
it?
it involved, this one involved the leaf picker, they pay some postage and production of the Talking Trash newsletter, $1,000 or something. And 250 of those recycling goods.
So it's maybe green things.
Yeah, cans, yeah. I don't know why I call them totes, that seems to be the nomenclature for them. Recycling cans, yeah.
That same thing in West Virginia.
Rich friends call.
Yeah. I love it.
Let's try to-
I think the bid, you ought to send it on the tree removal. Yeah, I don't know why you would, if it's an advertised bid, you should approve it.
What,
It's Moonlight Tree and Landscape, $45,750.
So moved.
Second.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Yes, yes.
I don't think you're in charge of saying one, but I came home from, first time I've ever come in a long time, down Dolphin Avenue, from under the highway towards.
Dolphin Avenue Extension.
I'm on the right, Dolphin, I'm on the right street.
Got it.
Okay. That's an entry into Wyomissing.
Yeah.
We gotta cut the
The
grass.
right-hand side.
We gotta
I just
cut
talked to Dan about that today.
Oh.
They have the arm or that right-hand side if you're coming in, yes.
I'm not that picky, but that looks terrible.
Are you traveling east?
I don't know, I was going that way.
If you're leaving town, the left-hand side, if you're coming in the right-hand side.
All right.
I was coming into town, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was just there today for,
What's that?
It's technically, at this point, you now need to make a motion to amend the agenda, because that wasn't on the agenda.
Oh,
So
That
I'm gonna
comes
make a
up under
motion
new business.
to include Dolphin Avenue
Put
grass.
the Dolphin Avenue grass on something that we gotta do soon.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And you gotta ask if there's any public comment on the.
Are there any
amended
public
agenda.
comments about cutting grass on
On
Dolphin
the agenda.
Avenue extension? What?
That's new, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not prepared.
All right, good. No comments.
Now you can vote.
Now we can, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So to get some grass cut.
Anything else to change the
Is there anything
agenda?
we missed down there?
Ready? Having nothing else? All right, you good? Thank you.
Talking about
Well, it's dead.
Scheduled for 7.
Few months ago,
It's